I don't even know what happened last time. Somebody didn't post
That's the most amazing intro to the show ever. I don't even know what happened last time.
Maybe if someone was paying attention to the game.
Hey everybody, welcome to
That's
Forgotten
what it
Fates, a
That's
Dungeons and Dragons 3.5
4
edition
weeks.
campaign. We're currently in our third week. No, we're not. We're in our third season. 12th
liar.
week.
I don't even know where we're at.
Our rogue, Chris, has no idea what happened. He's
Something about a dragon, and we're saving pets.
That's about all I got out of it. We're saving sprinkles from a dragon. A big ass dragon. How big was he?
For some reason.
Big.
I like an elder dragon.
Yeah, we're in the middle of this like
Ultra dragon?
some sort of, I don't know, lair. I wouldn't say it's a dragon's lair because I don't quite get why dragons would want doors and shit like that. But you never know. There's a hatchery somewhere. There's little dragons. Yeah, and Sprinkles is probably, well, Sprinkles is in trouble. She's hanging from a cage. And that's where we left our party, trying to not get eaten by the gigantic... It was a green dragon, right?
Yep. It's a
Green dragon.
Yep, ancient green.
Ancient green, who only Vox really knows anything about. He knows a lot about it. I wish I knew a lot about it.
Let's not go there. Yeah.
Well,
Paint the
we go
picture
to
for us,
same
Sragg.
ride.
Paint the picture.
Paint the picture. All right. Imagine the most hopeless feeling you've ever felt in your entire life.
Check.
Okay. You have a gargantuan dragon sleeping next to piles of treasure
Check.
to the north of you. You have these cages hanging along the ceiling. Inside one of them is a horse.
Of course.
You have the party who is standing at the doorway, looking up at the cage. You have a minus one member, Vox, who has backed his way down the hall somewhat because he's not going in there. As he stated, he feels that would bring instant death to all of you. You were trying to decide how to deal with the dragon or how to get up to the cage. It was about 40 feet off the ground, if I remember correctly. I was trying to find the video to be sure of my numbers because I lost my notes, but
Does the cage appear to have a door on the side or the bottom of the cage?
it appears that the cage does open from the side. Fairly big door.
Okay. Well, that's all I need to know. See y'all next week. I'll get to my desk like Vox.
The closest the chain is 30 feet up. That's where it's
Okay.
fastened to the wall.
Where's it fashioned to the ceiling? Was it 30? I mean,
Above
was it
30.
40?
It's a wall of 30 feet.
Okay, so if it's attached to the wall, 30 feet is probably 40 or 45 feet up. Okay. Okay, good. Thank you. There's some numbers. We can work with that. So let's see. What do you do?
So we're still in this room with the dragon sleeping.
Yeah, the dragon is apparently sleeping sound.
Vox stepped back into the other room.
You know,
I stepped back down the hallway.
Okay, I whisper. Andara's obviously still pretty upset about this. Maybe we should discuss this not in this room.
That's a good idea.
Proceed. So I start to back out. Slowly, quietly.
Same.
okay.
Get up quietly.
Sneakily on autocast.
Someone
Gas.
As you'll start to sneak back down the hall, Sprinkles paws at the cage and neighs again, but you hear the dragon shift, but don't see anything.
Right.
And
Okay.
then creep back down the hallway. You get back to the large set of double doors you came to before. That's in the mid hallway. Do you want to go further back as a party, or who's leading the way out?
I think we should.
Once we get out there, we'll probably see Vox and see whatever he's doing.
Yeah, I think I'd start. Well, I'd probably go and try to stop with Fox.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to go stop with Fox.
Vox, stop with
Stop
Vox,
by
because
Vox.
he's fucking off somewhere.
Okay.
Do you stop near Vox?
Dermot, by chance, when you were using that crystal ball of yours, did you happen to see like a shrine or any kind of like idol that would have like 5 heads on it in different colors?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Hmm.
You have something in mind?
Well, that whole that shrine I'm referring to is the shrine to Tiamat.
I give
Matt?
him the. I give you the crystal ball here. Yeah, look for yourself. I don't know.
Okay, so we've gone this way, and you said everything that you found over there, as well as you said there was like a door off in that last room where there had the wormlings in it. Was there any other doors that you saw that we didn't look through by chance?
Yeah, there's a lot of doors we didn't look through.
Okay. By chance, Sragg, where I'm looking around here in the hallway, is it just a door in front of me and the door behind me?
There's the 2 double doors behind you, double doors in front of you that lead to,
To the treasure chamber.
and then the door off to the right, which you know leads to the wormlings.
Okay. I guess I will use the crystal ball and start heading through that side door, looking for that shrine.
Right. You focus on the crystal ball, and you float off through that side door.
Okay.
You get back into the room with the. This is your first time in here now.
Mhm.
So you're in a room where you see several green dragon hatchlings feeding on pieces and parts of dead sheep.
Mhm.
As you float into the middle of that room, you see a door off to the left on the wall,
Mhm.
and then what seems to be a smaller room on your right.
Okay, I'm gonna look for the smaller room on the right.
All right. You go into that smaller room on the right, and it is actually just full of bones.
Okay. Do I notice anything else in there besides just the bone pile?
There's a bit of a stench to this room.
Okay. It's
There's
obviously
piles
spotted
of
that.
refuse. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll back out of that one and go to the other door.
All right. In that door, you go through. There are a collection of trinkets and shiny bits in little piles. Perhaps the beginnings of these wormlings' little hordes.
Okay.
Nothing of actual value.
Do I see anything of the item that I'm looking for?
No,
Or anything that resembles that?
you do not.
Do I see anything on the walls or anything that makes any?
The
know,
carvings, it's
yes.
decorative as far as you can tell.
Anything out of ordinary on the decorations of the walls or anything?
Pretty good craftsmanship.
But nothing in terms of what I'm actually looking for.
Right.
Okay. I'll back out and head back down into the hallway. And I'll go through the double doors leading back down into not to the chamber, not to the treasure chamber, but the other chamber.
Oh, you head back to the other set of double doors
Yes.
in the hallway. You see a doorway on your left, and then the double doors that lead to the waiting area.
Okay, I'll go through the door on the left.
There's a large empty chamber here.
Okay. Nothing else in this one?
As you go out into it, you do notice a door on the right.
Okay, I'll go through the door to the right.
Through the door to the right, you find there is a hoard of treasure in here,
Uh-huh.
and you find a 5-headed idol.
Anything else in this room?
Nothing more interesting than that particular shrine.
You said in this one that chamber was an empty chamber. Was it like the same size as the main chamber,
No.
or is
It's not as. It's actually a bit smaller than the main chamber, but not much.
okay. And then you said that there was a second treasure trove over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that would be, assumingly, the female's chamber. Do I see a door that would connect from the large chamber that I was just in that had the wormlings in it
No.
to this one?
Mm-mm.
So, assumingly, I would know that she would have to cross in through the hallway going into that one to
Yeah,
check on
you
the
would.
female.
You would think she had to do that because you can't visibly see any other passages.
Okay. Do I see anything with the roof or anything like anything for ducting or anything to allow her to fly through?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'm gonna come back into the hallway and then regather or stop using the orb and talk
Alright,
with
so you just
everyone else.
drop the orb right quick from your eyesight and talk to your friends.
Yes.
Do we know his friends or?
No, you've never met them.
Okay.
Uh,
How did you get here?
Oh, hey guys, you want to help us kill the
There's a
dragon?
whole group of them. Let's go. We can kill the dragon now.
I'm gonna come back in and immediately say, well, I found one. Then I'm gonna describe.
What does that mean?
I'm gonna describe the chamber that I just went through. And explain that it was through the doorways right behind us that went into a secondary chamber. That is empty when you go into that one. There's a room off to the right that it has another treasure trove with this idol in there. So I'm going to state that I would believe that's where the dragon's mate is and the mother of the wormlings and I point toward the door that's right here, assumingly on our right, you said, from our orientation of where we're at in the hallway?
You would go through the double doors behind you.
Well, no. For where the wormlings are at, that's the door
Oh, yeah.
directly. to the door.
Did we already determine the gender of the main dragon we were looking at?
I thought I had.
I didn't think you went in the room.
Mm-mm. You haven't.
I.
You haven't determined it.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just state it as it's the mates for the other one.
Maybe there's only one dragon, if you know what I mean. It might just be the female.
No. Real quick, Sragg, out of character, since I did know its age, I would know that it would not be a female, assumingly since there's young here.
Let's get it on.
Since I know that the age of it, they don't lay eggs at that age anymore.
They don't.
Would I know that is what I'm asking you.
I'm asking you, do they not do that anymore? Did you read up on them that much? I think they still do, personally.
Okay. Then we'll just leave it at that then. Since you...
What are we leaving it at?
I think it's
She's
after
still
you beat
fertile.
Great Worm, they stop.
So there may or may not be a mate in the other room.
Out of character, for mechanics reference, they do stop at before ancient Sragg.
Before ancient. Where's that stated?
Well, that's going. Well, I'm looking up this one. I'm just gonna continue to let everyone know that this is another one right here. To answer your question, it's page 14 of John Common up on the top right, under ancient. Age 801 to 1,000 years by this stage, female dragons have reached the end of their reproductive years.
So exactly what did you say to us?
Oh, there we go.
So
That's why I was trying to make sure that he had already determined this before he's making assumptions that there's another female, that this might actually be the female he's looking at.
that's kind of what I was going off of, that you had stated that it was
Yeah, you know it's ancient from, well, you haven't looked
that it
at
was
it.
ancient.
You know the size category is at least an ancient.
Yeah.
So You would
So
know that
I'm
it didn't
going
lay
off
those
of that.
eggs.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's what I'm going off of, is based it's by the size of it that it's at least an ancient, and knowing by that it has to be
No,
either a
that's
female or.
sound detective work. You can have it.
Thank you, sir. So I'll relay that to everyone, stating that the dragon that we're looking at there that has Sprinkles captive is at least an ancient or bigger of size by how big it is, which means that right there is not the mother of those wormlings that's right here to our right.
Is there anything else that, other than she's not going to drop an egg on us, that we need to worry about her being ancient?
The
Him?
thing I'm
It?
kind of stating on this one is that other chamber that has another treasure trove in there. It's the den or the lair of another dragon. So what I'm getting at is where we're standing at right now is not the safe place to be, because if she goes in or he goes in, excuse me, she goes in to check her young, we're right here in her path. So we either want to be in one chamber or the other one.
Okay, let's go.
So we can either go back out to the pool and have a chance of running into this one, or we can go back into the main chamber, as much as I don't want to, and chance that one versus this one.
Well, there's a pathway in the chamber with the pool that only people our
Something
size
that's
can fit
smaller than
through.
that one would
Yeah.
be coming through, right? So when she returns, then wouldn't she be coming through that chamber, we would assume, since it'd be closer to her young?
Well, if she's coming through that chamber and she's as big as that fits in that hole, I'll kill her myself. Isn't that hole like human size? The one that goes up to the
No.
top? No?
No, it was not human size, but it was too small for that dragon.
Oh, okay.
You could easily fit a hill giant through there.
Isn't there other chambers? There's like doorways and stuff, like rooms that we could go off of? I'm asking out of character.
Out of character, as far as you've seen so far, no, you've explored it pretty much.
Yeah, well, Vox, you lead the way. You seem to know where not to be standing. So tell us where not to be standing, so we can figure out what we're doing.
I don't really know where we should be going or not going. I just know that we don't want to be near the young, because if she comes in and she sees intruders in the lair, she's immediately going to attack.
Okay,
the
so
young.
let's go stand over there.
Yeah, let's go back into that room and stay very quiet and hide in a corner.
Okay, let's do that.
I'll go back to the front doors, the doors with the treasure chamber. The doors are
Okay.
still open, correct, Sragg, or did they close behind us when we came back through?
No, they're still open.
Okay, I'll go into the treasure chamber.
Isn't that where the dragon's not there? Is it?
Mm,
Okay. Vox, I thought you said we wanted to get away from the dragons.
we're stuck between where one's at that's sleeping and then another one. I don't.
We
quite
came
know.
in not
Okay,
disturbing the dragons. Can we not just return the way we came in?
I believe there's a concern that the other dragon might be coming from that direction.
Yes.
There's that
What leads
pathway
you to believe
not-
that's happening?
It's not saying that it's we don't.
Do you have a third dragon sense we don't know about, or?
No, I'm just saying that there's one mate and then the other mate is out right now, assuming that they like to either patrol or she's out hunting and coming back while one's protecting the young.
Wasn't that secret pathway like large sized only? That Dermot led us down?
The one that went to the waterfall.
The one like right over there.
It went up and out, didn't it?
Yeah.
Now, even though the dragon you speak of is too old to have children, it doesn't mean its mate is still alive. If it has one.
Assumingly of how young the wormlings are.
Doesn't mean the dragon is still alive.
Did you see the dragon?
No, I didn't see the dragon, but I would state that it would probably be safe to assume that she's probably still alive.
What are we doing here?
Well, I think we're here to rescue Sprinkles, but I hate to say it, Andara, I don't know if we can do that.
Do I still have the crystal ball in my hands, correct, Sragg?
Yeah, unless you give it back to me.
Right, like he said, unless you give it back.
Okay. Since we're here, I'm gonna use the ball to look through the treasure in the main room to see if I can find an idol there.
You go into the main room.
The one with the dragon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, using the crystal ball.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay, going through there, you float into that room.
Okay, I'm
Did
gonna
you get-
pray. While this is happening, just so you know what's going on with me. Go ahead.
Okay. So you go, you float into that main room, and floating in a little further now, you can look around and you see that there is a doorway going off to the right in that main room.
I'm
Not
gonna
all the
check,
way up to that dragon.
I'm gonna check that one. Check that door.
You float through that door. It is filled with books.
Books. I'm gonna get closer and attempt to read some of the titles off of the books.
They seem to be mostly histories.
How to cook horses.
So there's no cookbooks, assumingly. No history.
Puts on horse culinary expertise.
Okay. I'm gonna phase back into myself, I guess, and relay that information. Would I know that that's not normal?
What do you mean not normal?
Doesn't fit the the typical cliche.
No, that's pretty fitting to have a treasure trove of knowledge as well.
The unreasonable green dragon is apparently maybe not so unreasonable.
Yeah.
That was out of character. Dragon's a dragon to me.
Well, I don't quite see why we're sitting around, unless you guys
I'm gonna
know.
relay.
We can't engage the dragon. We can't fight it. It's too powerful, as you guys said.
Agreed.
Our options are run away. Unless you guys were thinking you had somehow managed to kill it, I don't know how you would climb 30 feet and disconnect the chain without killing the horse once you do that. So
Well,
the option of fighting is definitely not here.
I might be able to
Or tricking.
go up and fly up and
And do what? Ride the
unlock
cage
it
down?
and unlock it and attempt to glide down with the horse while I'm trying to hold it.
Can you hold on to 300 pounds and fly?
More like 600.
I won't need to fly. I can just
Plummet to your death?
no. I got wings. It's not like I'm just gonna
No, the horse would catch him.
flat.
Sprinkles would break his fall.
Very crude map. It is horrible.
We don't have any magic that can help aid in the descent of things from up in the air.
Can't think of any spells I have.
Or items that we may have or may not have.
Don't
You
look at
don't really
me.
need anything to aid something's descent from up thanks to gravity. All things tend to do that.
Right, I mean at a controlled pace though.
Feather fall.
Yeah, is what I'm implying, but not directly implying.
I'm messing with you.
I thought we had an item with Featherfall at some point. Somebody had.
Mm.
It's probably Ardo and you forgot to write it down.
No, I don't like that.
Well, I'm gonna relay that information that I saw about the book chamber to everyone as well.
The book chamber?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got up for my praying when I was talking about magical items.
When
that
you said
descend.
we can't reason with this dragon, you're just saying there's a library back there. Why can't we trade with the dragon?
I don't know. That
What do you propose we trade? What do you think the dragon would value over a
are
mere?
you thinking of trying to trade knowledge for it or something, or trying to barter with it?
Anything.
We might be able to.
Dragons value gold. Unless we have lots of gold to trade up for the horse, I doubt that. Even then, the dragon has the upper hand. What's to stop the dragon from just taking the gold, eating us, and eating our horse? My horse, rather.
Did
Well,
he
the
hide
options
under the
run
table
away
again?
Or attempt something.
No, he stepped away.
I just looked up and he was gone. I'm like, oh shit, it's happening again.
The solution is barter, or is diplomacy, or
There's.
run.
Oh, are you gonna be able to handle its fear? Okay. Well, I mean, if you wanted to attempt it to do it, I mean, I guess. I mean, outside that, I think the only other person would be me. But finding that idol, luckily in that chamber, Sragg, did I see anything for a 5-headed idol in this chamber?
You didn't see anything.
But since I didn't see one in this one, maybe this one is not a follower of Tiamat, which
Maybe.
But does it
Maybe.
matter if it is or not?
well, it matters very greatly to me because if it is, it will kill me on sight.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it
Oh.
follows something else instead. Something worse.
Or better. Something that eats Tiamats for lunch! Like horses in cages.
Couldn't the genie help us with this? I mean, he did transport us earlier. Couldn't he do something similar with the horse?
It's possible. But he also might flay us as much as he would transport us.
Well, we don't have to ask him to transport us. Just the horse.
I thought you were well acquainted with this
I mean, if
Ifrit.
and I don't mean to be insensitive. Okay, I don't care if I'm insensitive or not. Who am I talking about? What am I talking about? Like, the horse is already dead right now. So if the genie kills it, it's kind of not really.
Well, I thought
There's a
about
chance
that.
if it'll survive.
Hmm.
But it wouldn't be safe to do here.
How much longer do you propose the dragon isn't going to eat my horse?
Well, if we make a whole bunch of noise in a giant scene and flashy magics right here, they're both gonna wake up, or one of them's gonna wake up.
I'm sure your genie is competent enough to be subtle about this sort of thing, isn't he?
He's competent, yes, but subtle to emerge from a lamp?
What was the past out of character? Did it make a lot of noise previously when the genie erupted from his lamp?
Kind of. Orange smoke everywhere. He kind of comes out of the lamp.
But is it noisy? The smoke is not noisy. Smoke
He's
is
noisy enough because he talks loud. What's your bidding, my master? He's always kinda echoing.
Hey, Sragg, when we look back over to the dragon, what is the dragon doing at the moment, anyways?
It appears to be sleeping, not watching you intently.
What is your bidding, my master? Genie, that dragon wants to enslave you! He's taken us prisoner!
Was that out of character?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
And there was no way I could roleplay that in properly, so yeah, that's not happening. I was like,
What? You do. You're obviously discussing with each other right now.
Yeah, we're having a long-winded discussion. Nah, 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 nah.
Well, I think we should leave. The longer we stay here, the closer we're getting to be Dragon Chow.
Okay.
Nobody else wants to add to that.
Well, Andara, what is your feelings on this?
I can't just leave my horse there to be potentially a snack at any given moment. I'm sure he'll be peckish after his nap.
Well, then we either try to rescue the horse now, or we... I shudder thinking about this attempt to talk with it.
I know nothing of dragons. I would know not what to discuss with a dragon.
You're the
or what
expert here.
dragon would
If
be
you
willing to
think,
barter for.
yeah, you're the expert here. If you think that that's an idea that could have some success and not end up with all of us dead, then we could try it. But I'm not in the mood to be dragon or wormling food today.
The question: does anyone else have their token? By chance?
I don't think so.
I'm looking through my bag. I got bedroll, flint and skin, torch, green rope, cold weather. Not gonna need that. Rations.
Imagine you're actually narrating your things.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Crystal.
General.
I grabbed the crystal ball back from Vox. Crystal ball.
Hopefully be quiet about your rustling.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Ring of deflection.
take out the token that I have on me, and I'll hand it to Kel.
You go to hand that to Kel, and you look, where is Kel?
I look around the chamber.
Andara's
Do I
looking
see
around.
Cal.
You don't see Kel.
Where's Ardo during? Is Ardo
Say,
here
I'm
too,
looking-
or
I'm
did
looking
Ardo
for
disappear
Ardo.
also?
No.
Ardo's been very quiet.
He's
Kel?
still here.
That was the next thing I was to say. Is I look for Ardo.
I'm there.
Are you like picking your teeth with your dagger? Or what are you doing?
Yep, pretty much. Waiting for y'all to make a decision. I don't know what we're doing.
You know all that gold's in the other room.
Ooh, I thought we're,
Isn't there gold in this room too?
yeah, I thought we were the main treasure.
I was at the back of the passageway, so I don't really know.
No. Are you,
There's gold everywhere.
Oh,
are you in this room with us?
yeah.
You're in a
You
treasure
can't
trove.
miss it. Just don't touch anything.
Like
yet.
you know Scrooge's like his vault
His
and
money
DuckTales. That's what we're in right now.
There's probably a couple coins around your feet at the very least.
So I look around and I do not see Kel at all in this.
Not see Kel.
What are you looking for?
Do you see Kel?
No. Yeah. There's a door, isn't there, that we came in?
You see, you look back towards the door. He must have gone further than that if he went back. Okay, Dermot, you're looking around. You can see the scuff marks in the dust. You see that someone did trek back out towards the entrance.
Alright, I do the head motion for the rest of the people that come with me. And then,
Heading back out?
yeah, following the
Okay,
trail.
I'd begrudgingly go a little back, but if the intent is to leave, I'm not leaving.
No, we're just looking for
Oh.
Kel. He went this way.
All right, so y'all start heading that way.
No, I'm gonna stay right here in the chamber for a minute.
Okay. What are you doing, Vox? I stop.
I look at the dragon again.
All right.
Is it moving?
You don't see anything moving from that way, but you hear an echo coming from the pool chamber.
I
Suddenly,
immediately.
there's kind of like an audible, and you hear someone yell, "Freedom!"
When that happens, like I would like turn to look at the dragon's eyes.
You see the dragon's eye just kind of split open, and he kind of focuses on you.
Which one of us?
On Dermot?
It focuses on Dermot. His gaze then turns. If you're still in the room, Vox, his gaze turns to you intently, and he raises his head up. You can't really read his expression.
I'm going to toss Dermot the token. Oh.
Reflex to catch.
Run! Is what I say. Run!
So, Andara, where were you?
I was probably there too. I mean,
You're
I was
there too with them?
yeah.
So you see the head come up. Ardo, were you headed back towards the entrance?
Yeah.
You were... y'all were starting to head out towards the door, right? When this happened? All right. So as you are heading towards the door... Wait a minute. What? Okay. Well, you're headed over towards the door. The genie appears in front of you.
In front of who?
Ardo.
Oh no.
As per my promise, I am here to grant you one request.
One request.
Spit it out.
For what? Request for what? What am I? What do you mean?
What would you have?
Of
You see the dragon turns and he's watching that now.
Wait, the dragon? What is the dragon's just sitting there watching?
Yeah, when the genie popped up and started talking to Ardo, he cocked his head and turned and looked at that. He's watching.
dragons watching.
And I definitely know that's not normal, right?
You should be coated in poison and such by
Yeah.
this point.
I think the dragon's having the same thought. This isn't normal.
Ardo.
You say request. Is that a wish? Is that...
Is that what you ask him?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Ardo, we don't have a lot of time. Just looking at the dragon.
If the dragon's not looking at me, I'm like slowly backing away from it.
Does anyone have a request? Or he's granted one.
One request. I wish, or I request, that. Oh my god.
Wait, we only get one for all of us.
That we were all back in Silvermoon, including the Sprinkles and the donkey, and that everything was okay.
You see lightning flash before your eyes. Everyone blacks out for a moment. You come to in front of the gates. Sprinkles and Donkey there by you, Andara. Ardo, you standing in front of the genie still. Dermot, Vox, you're still in your same positions. Kel, you're standing behind the genie. You're the only one that sees past what the guards suddenly start shrieking at as they point at the large dragon that's kind of freaked out.
The dragon's there too?
Said everyone.
I want for everything to be okay.
Oh, I think we're all okay right now. Something tells me that might be changing a little bit.
Why
Do
did-
I start hearing like the shriek and everything behind
Yeah.
us?
The people
Oh,
start getting
I turn around.
What are we doing here?
You see the dragon just booms out. What are you about?
How
Who's-
close is the dragon to me?
Who's he talking to?
He's shouting out at the group of you now. You're not really sure who he's directing at. I was just trying to have a nap, and now where am I? Great.
We just wanted our horse back.
Is Sprinkles there in the cage still?
The Sprinkles is there beside you. Why didn't you just ask?
She's hugging Sprinkles.
Yeah, why didn't we just ask, Vox?
Ardo, what did you do?
I elbow him. The dragon's asking you a question.
I look back towards the dragon.
And what in the nine hells are you? Start sniffing you, Vox.
Tell me he's like covered in dragon snot.
By chance, sir, do you have a name?
Is it a sir or is it a
He
lady?
asked you a
Greg?
question. Fox.
And I will gladly answer any questions that you would like.
Except this first
Except the first one. Answer the damn question.
Uh,
Your friends are quite intelligent.
well, I am what they
He
call.
means no disrespect. He's a little soft in the head.
As you start to talk, Vox, the genie pops over and like shuts your trap. And he says, "Would you mind just a moment? I have a whole world to see, and I've got to deal with these people right quick." Well, you're a bit uppity. He points to you now, Vox, and releases your jaw. What do you request?
This is all so sudden. I don't know what to think.
I felt.
Sir, can you give me just about 2 minutes to think on this? And
Done!
sweet.
Welcome
your
to
wish.
2 minutes into the future.
That was your wish.
Everything stops.
Including
You
us.
see
Are
the
we,
genie.
are we all
you're
frozen too?
frozen. You're frozen. Everything's frozen. Vox, you just sit there.
Okay, let's think about this for a minute here. Forget the genie. I've already wasted my wish. This dragon. He asked me what am I am. Okay, we go from that. How much time do I have left?
Yourself.
2 minutes pass.
2 minutes.
Thank you.
Everything kind of reassumes. To everyone else, they're just like, nothing happened. It turns to you, Andara. What would you request?
I wish only for your happiness and safety in your travels, Genie. Thank you.
I like you. He snaps and a bag appears and he hands it to you.
Can I grab the bag?
Turns to you, Dermot. What is your request?
I'm good. I don't need
Really?
anything, thank you.
You can request anything of him.
No thanks.
No, he's not going to mess with you.
That's okay, I don't need nothing.
All right. He snaps his head again and appears another bag. For you, then.
Thank you.
He turns to the dragon. And what about you? Take me home. The genie and the dragon disappear.
So did Vox get a wish?
Yeah, you got 2 minutes of peace and
Yeah, I
quiet.
get 2 minutes to think of it.
Yeah, you got 2 minutes to think about it.
Oh, what to do?
And
genie-
Andara puts the bag down and runs over and gives Kel a big hug and a kiss.
It was his wish. I pointed Ardo, but thanks.
It was your genie.
Well,
Is that what you're calling it?
not, yeah, let's go there.
Oh, I think
So
I'm just
you're-
gonna collapse.
You see,
Solution I could think of was
guards are starting to return to the gates now en masse.
It's okay. We've taken care of the dragon. You're welcome.
Return.
What's that?
The heroes return.
Ah, it's more like it.
I felt it was the only way we could get more wishes of whatever you guys wanted and out of the situation. Although I didn't think it would be Ardo to wish us out of the situation. Good job, Ardo.
Well, I didn't know everybody was getting getaways.
Well, I didn't
She gives Ardo a nudge on the shoulder with her fist, like, thanks, buddy.
You're okay.
Yeah, you're all right.
What'd you get, Vox?
2 minutes of peace and quiet.
What?
Andara just raises an eyebrow.
You asked an all-powerful being for 2 minutes of peace and quiet?
I have a dragon on one side asking me questions, and I have a genie on the other side asking me for questions.
I think I got you all wrong.
Why? What were you thinking I was gonna ask for?
Not that. No, that's for sure. What's in the bag he handed you, Andara?
Oh yes, the bag. I go back over to the bag and I look at the bag, examining it.
You go and you pick up the bag. It feels fairly light. You open it. Seems empty.
Okay, it's a bag. I say, it appears to be empty. What do you make of it, Kel?
I look at it.
Just appears to be a nice bag. Traveling bag.
Backpack?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And doesn't look strange when you hold it or anything?
It weighs about 5 pounds.
Do I examine mine and see similar things?
Yes.
Like I reach in it. Is it like I'm feeling around inside? Is there anything?
You just reach in and you don't really.
See, like,
So they see a bag and like half a dwarf in it. Like it's
Yeah.
It's in,
and it's like not even really possible. It shouldn't be fitting me like that. Okay.
Yeah.
oh. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
pop.
I reach in my bag and see if it does the same thing.
Yes.
Oh. Oh, this is what a nice gift.
As I pop my head out, I don't think there's a bottom in this thing.
No, there isn't.
Well, how would you get things out of it if there's no bottom?
Well, is it similar to mine? Or is it different?
It's different.
Okay.
Yours, you've got a haversack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It works in a somewhat similar fashion, on a much grander scale.
Sorry, what is it? I was off headset.
Hmm?
Sorry, what is it? I was off headset.
He has
works.
he's describing it.
Oh, okay.
I was just saying it works similar to the haversack on a much grander scale.
Okay.
So I just hold Andara's bag for a moment and I put 2 items in.
Mhm.
And then I think of one of them and grab it.
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Shoot.
You have to reach
So-
in and actually get it.
So I
But
just
it doesn't
like,
change the weight.
like, nope, it's not like mine. And then I just like dump out the 2 items and pick them back up and put them in my backpack. So, yeah, it's a bit of a challenge to get things out of there, but who knows how much you can put in. Who knows?
Oh, look, it's a Gucci.
Yours is a Lewis.
Vuitton
Louis
fight,
Vuitton.
yeah.
Oh wow, no, excuse me. It weighs 60 pounds. It's a heavy bag.
Okay.
It
But it
appears to be
always
a common
weighs 60
cloth
pounds.
sack about 2 feet by 4 feet in size.
So it's a heavy bag. This bag is really heavy.
Yeah. Mhm. Excuse me.
Does it get heavier when I put the 2 items in?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay, we're at a good stopping point for a break, so we're going to take our first break. We'll be back in a few minutes. Thanks for watching on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, tune in tomorrow, and if I get off my lazy ass, I'll have the next video posted. We'll see you then. Bye for now.